and welcome to Trucking with Schmidt. How are you great and amazing, awesome, outstanding, overachieving people doing on this beautiful sunny day? Right now we are just outside of Peoria, Illinois is where we parked for the evening, and that is Interstate 74 on the backdrop there. We are en route to Shelbyville, Indiana with about 38,000 pounds of frozen ribs. That little rumble in the background, not the truck, but the other rumble that you're hearing, that is the refrigerated trailer. And since the sun has come up today, that thing has been screaming all day. It's the refrigerator on the front of it, the engine itself is called a carrier, versus the other kind, the other models out there. There's Carrier and there's Thermo King. Between the two, the Carrier is a cheaper unit, but an easier unit to work on, and the Thermo King is a more expensive unit, in my eyes a more reliable, fuel efficient unit, but it is more expensive. So most of the companies, counting the guy who owns the trailers that I pull, has switched over to mostly the Carrier units on the front of the trailers. There are some Thermo Kings. I did see he bought two brand new trailers that do have Thermo Kings on them, but one big drawback of the Carrier unit on the front of this trailer is they are very loud. It sounds like they have 8-inch straight pipes sticking straight out the top, and they will sit there and howl the entire time they're on. And then you take today, right now it is 92 degrees out, so that thing's been back there screaming. I mean, I have 6-inch straight pipes on my truck, and you can hear that thing way over the truck, and it's just an amazing thing. We have approximately 275 miles to go till we get down to Shelbyville, Indiana. I'm trying to plan this right to where we don't go through any of the cities. Well, we don't go through Indianapolis, Indiana during rush hour. We don't have to be down to Shelbyville until, well into the night, but there's no reason to get there too early, because that would mean going through Indianapolis, Indiana during rush hour. Indianapolis, Indiana is not horrible during rush hour, but I don't want to do it. Alright, I've talked enough. Let's go ahead, get underway, and I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. By the way, the first city we're going to be going through here in about the next snap of a finger is Peoria, Illinois. That was close. That was by far the closest I've ever come to a median jumper. Holy smokes. I don't want to get too in depth with it, of course, because I didn't catch any of it on camera for the YouTube side of things. I was driving down the interstate, and I heard, that's probably the best way I can possibly tell you of the sounds. Crunch. Holy smokes. I seen the car come in out of my left eye, you know, and it hits, and those cables that run in between the median completely did their job. I'm sure some debris hit the back of the trailer. There's no damage, of course, and I didn't stop because there was about 30 cars going whichever way they could possibly get to get away from it. It came over smack, and it hit that cable, and all I seen was out of my eye was the cable just bow up, and all you heard was crunch, crack, you know, brakes of an accident, of a high-speed accident. I couldn't even tell you what the car was. I can't tell you what made it come into the median. Nothing, because the interstate's packed right now. We're at rush hour, and we're within 70 miles of Indianapolis, Indiana. That was too close for comfort. Wow. We're only about 2 miles from where that accident was. We're at the rest area, a rest area just into Indiana.
So there's an accident there, and then construction going northern, westbound.
And the CB is going crazy. Apparently, I'm looking at the interstate right now, and the eastbound's moving pretty smooth, but they're saying the westbound's coming to a complete stop.
Alright, thank you. They're rolling through.
We're at that rest area that I tell you guys never go to. Never go to it. We actually parked in a spot, and then I found a better spot, so I was that guy in the rest area reversing and backing in and getting into a very good spot to where I can shoot straight out of here. The CB is... At one point I thought they were going to say what happened, and I heard one guy say some dumbass decided to, and then he cut out. I don't know what it was, and I shouldn't even be talking about it, because like I said, I didn't catch it on camera, and everyone knows the rules. If you didn't catch it on camera, it didn't happen in the YouTube world. But that was my first time. I've been out here for years and years, and I've watched accidents happen ahead of me in the median, but I've never had one come that close. If there wasn't so many cars around me, it was close enough to where I should have stopped and checked for damage right away. That's how close it was to me. I heard the debris, but that was fast. When they say accidents happen fast, I didn't even see that person coming out of the left-hand side of my peripheral vision. Didn't even see it. Alright, I have a couple of egg sandwiches here. I'm going to eat them, walk around just a little bit. I'm really glad I don't have Opie. It's 94, 95 degrees outside right now, and he just doesn't really like the heat much. He doesn't really like the cold much. He's like a grumpy old truck driver now, but he is still happy. He's just taking a break this week. Wow. That was super close, dude. This is one of those places that requires that vest I wear. but she gave me candy. You guys can't see it, but I will show you. It's the best candy ever invented, if you were curious. See? I told you. It's strawberry. It's strawberry perfectionist. Perfectionism, perfection. It's what it is. It's perfection. So we have a door. It is door 102 on the front side of the building. I've never been here before, but she says that right there is the front side of the building. I was kind of nervous because when I got here, they put you in what is like a staging area. But then it dawned on me, I was 30 minutes early, so of course I'm going to go there. We're going to go over here, get back into the door. It's the same situation. Break your seals back into the door. Hold on to your paperwork. Somebody will be out shortly to get the paperwork and then bring it back to you when they are completely done with your trailer. Oh, peanut butter Skittles. Always open your doors before you back into them. That's not enough room for me to open my door. And I just went through all that work to get into this spot. I'm a foolish individual. Just flat out foolish, I do say. It's a tad sticky out. That's at -10 and she was condensing that much. Can you imagine if we would have had the ice cream on us at -20? I really dislike cold peanut butter. But unfortunately, as it continuously gets warmer, I must put my peanut butter in my fridge now. And well, we're just gonna have to deal with hard peanut butter now. I'm not a fan of it. You're not a fan of it. No one likes cold peanut butter. But it keeps melting, so I don't have a choice. I think the shag driver's a little ouchy in the butt that I'm taking up his precious room to slide my tandems and shut my doors. Something tells me he will live. Now this part right here sometimes really chafes their butt is when I slide my tandem, shut my doors, then I don't move until my trailer is fully inflated. Just something I've always done for years and years. Whenever I slide the tandems, when I hear that pop-off valve, or I can see that the tanks are completely full with air, then I motor on out. I don't think it's going to bother them too much. If it does, I'll just tell them to put it on my tab, just because their place just charged me $290 to unload their product. You know, you know, people ask me what it's like to make YouTube videos, and I tell them I spend a lot of time cleaning lenses. Either I'm cleaning camera lenses, my own glasses, but most of all, I spend a lot of time cleaning a windshield. You always want to keep your glass clean, but yet still, you have to realize that it's just the way it is, man, when it's bug season or salt season, basically all year round. That $290 that they charged me, some of you guys were asking if I pay that, and I forgot in the other video that I made where I told you guys that they charged me, I forgot to finish a sentence that I had started. If I know I'm going to get charged, what I do now is I will call my my travel agent, and I will be like, hey, I'm not going to pay this. If there is a lumper fee, I'm not going to pay this. So how do you want to take care of this? Because it's kind of a mixed up thing, and I'm pretty sure it's for tax purposes and putting more hands in the pot kind of thing, but lumpers, the shipper will actually pay for the lumper fees. It's kind of screwy, because why don't they just don't even try figuring it out, because it's a mess to figure out. And usually I will take EFS checks, I think they're what they're called, and I will pay the lumper. I used to actually pay the lumpers and then just wait for the reimbursement from the shipper and such, until I just realized, no, I'm not going to dish out a penny. If I'm going to take the load, the shipper's going to have to pay for it right off the bat. I'm not going to wait. So that's what it is. I don't pay this money to get the trailer unloaded. If that's the case, I would unload it myself. And you used to be able to do that. Some places you still can, but 90% of the places I go to nowadays, they have these huge signs up that say no drivers allowed on dock. So I can't do that. All right, we're about 30 miles from our reload. We're going to drive over there. We're going to camp out there for a few hours, because yes, this was another long wait to get unloaded. But we're going to go over there, we're going to camp out for a few hours and get us loaded back up, and that load's going to go up to South Dakota. Okay, we've reached our destination, 30 miles away from I often wonder about myself if I can actually speak English sometimes, but then I remind myself that I can't, so I just go along with the flow. If I have not bored you, if I have not irritated you, if I have not drove you crazy, please subscribe, or maybe even just throw a like down there on the video. Pretty much everything I just said. Yeah, I probably annoyed you pretty quick, don't I? People tell me I have like a Garfield type voice, to where it's very low and monotone and kind of boring, and I will 100% agree with you. But somewhere along the lines, we hit 60,000 subscribers. And I cannot tell you how awesome that is. You guys, each and every one of you, you guys are just probably the best subscribers out there in the YouTube world. I never thought trucking with Schmidt, Schmidt family trucking, camping with Schmidt, family time with Schmidt, all that stuff, I never thought I would ever see 60,000 subscribers. And we have hit 60,000. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys stay safe, and as always, I will see you next time.